In this video, we're going to show you how to simply take a regular DVD and play it in Blu-ray DVD number 1 and see the image in the projector and in your monitor, and how to get the sound to work as well. So the first thing you're going to do is connect your projector. Now you've got 3 HDMI jacks on the side of the case. The one on my far right, as I'm looking at it now, says 3D converter Blu-ray switcher. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the HDMI jack that you have connected to your projector and plug it into the third one over there that says 3D converter Blu-ray switcher. Now on your projector, of course, you need to hit source and find the HDMI input, and now we are connected to the HDMI switcher. So there we go. Now the next thing we're going to do is on this here, you'll see where it says 3D converter Blu-ray switcher. You've got Blu-ray 1 and Blu-ray 2. So you need to make sure it's powered on, which is with the red light, which is a default position, which is usually always on. And then you need to make sure you see, as you see here, you've got Blu-ray number 1. You can hit this button here, and if you wanted to do Blu-ray number 2, you just would hit that button right next to it. So there we go. We've got Blu-ray number 1 selected on this switcher. Now you go down to Blu-ray number 1. Now on this Blu-ray here, you've got these touch controls right on front of it. You've got your power here, and you've got open, close. We put some labels here to make it a little bit easier to read. So you just touch this for open, close if you have a disc in there. There's no disc in there, so we're just going to throw a disc. This one is just a direct feed. Now the disc goes into that. And then what's great about this is it's got both play and enter on front of the player. Sometimes when you play a Blu-ray DVD, you hit play to make it start at the menu. Sometimes you have to hit enter. What's great about this player is it gives you both those features right on the device. You also have the remote if you need to get into some more features, but a lot of the basic ones are there already. So right now we've got our image going, and it's all playing because we've got the DVD playing here. On the Blu-ray switcher converter, we have Blu-ray 1 selected. We have the HDMI output from that going to the projector, and now we're getting our perfect image. The next thing is to see it in the monitor. Now with the monitor, you have the ability for this to be a DVD player, which you select where it says input select. If it's a DVD player, you'll have that select on output. And if you want it to be a monitor, you select input. And that's where it is right now. It says AV, the input is on input, and now when you see monitor switcher here, it says Blu-ray 1 is number A. So you just hit A, and there's Blu-ray number 1. If we had an image on Blu-ray number 2, I just hit B. And then C would be if you had something plugged into the side of the jack. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But simply, once again to recap, to have a Blu-ray, it can be a regular DVD, a Blu-ray DVD, or a 3D Blu-ray DVD. You put it into DVD number 1. You make sure that the switcher converter is selected on Blu-ray number 1. You plug the HDMI cable into the Blu-ray switcher jack to your projector. On your monitor, you make sure that Blu-ray 1 is selected, which is number A, and you make sure that the input select is on input rather than output. So a little switch here right on the side. And there you go. You've got all your images going. Now for audio, on the side of the jack here, simply plug your speakers into the XLR or the RCA outputs on the side of the jack here. Next, on your preamp, you'll see on this toggle, far left is Blu-ray number 1, one up is Blu-ray number 2, and the third one would be if you had an outside audio device plugged into the side of the jack. So we go to Blu-ray number 1, turn up the volume, and there we go. We've got everything hooked up and ready to go. So we'll talk about 3D in another video, but there you go. Just getting a DVD up and running is that simple and that easy with this wonderful quality experience with our 3D AV Pro system.